Alito Chimachugma, this is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another one. Just reminding you once again that we were not the ones who were coming across the Atlantic on ships and in chains. It was indeed the foreigners who were criminals in their homeland that were considered slaves on this land as they were fleeing from their prison sentences, which were leading to them being unalived in a lot of cases. But they had choices in the courts of whether they were going to properly serve out their sentence in the homeland or take the mercy of the crown by going out into the colonies and fortifying them as indentures or slaves. A lot of them decided to take their criminalities across the water and serve out their sentences of indenture and eventually gain their freedom and eventually have the opportunity to own land in a place that was not theirs. But yeah, this is what they would have looked like. It was not those who they have told us, which was the so-called Africans or the so-called Negroes. The copper-colored Aborigines, the American Indians that were reclassified as these misnomers, were already here. They've been here. These are the ones that came across the Atlantic. These were the slaves who came off the boats and that were put on the auction blocks. And we have a video clip from a movie that was a very old movie. I'm not too sure how long ago it was made, but it was made well before my time. But it just goes to show that they knew who they were and they knew who we were. And yet they still continue to carry out the narrative because the narrative is what kept us away from our land. It's what kept the prisoner of war a prisoner. And we were prisoners of war. We were fighting invaders. And those who were captured were taken off of this land into different parts of the mainland and the Caribbean, different parts of the West Indies. Yet, we were still indigenous to the area. We were not the ones who were considered slaves that came across the Atlantic. That label of African is a completely false label. We've never been to Africa. We never came from Africa. We were always here. But us knowing that now, this is just further proof that I'm going to show you guys that, like I said, it wasn't us. We weren't the ones. We weren't the slaves. We were not the African slaves. We did not come across the Atlantic Ocean. It was the foreigner, the European, the Eurasian, the English, the German, the Irish. It was them, not the copper-colored Aborigine. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys that movie clip. I'm going to pause for the cause and get to that. Alrighty, this was dropped on X by Sister Yaya. Salute to her for putting this on here. Like I said, this is a very old movie. I don't know what the name of it is or when it was made. If you've seen it before, please let me know in the comments what this movie is. I would like to watch it in its entirety and possibly get a reaction, So, hey, just keep your eyes peeled for that. But once again, Sister Yaya, thank you for dropping this. And she even dropped a little quote. It says, "These are your slaves that came over on the belly of a slave ship, sold at auction to the highest bidder. Hashtag we been here, American Indians, the mound builders. Those who we are. We are not African slaves. Again, I'll repeat, we are not African slaves. We did not come across the Atlantic on the belly of ships, put on this land to be sold to the highest bidder. They were selling their own people. That's indenture. That was the slavery. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into this little clip here.
Free my lord. Of our sovereign lord, King George III, it is in my power to offer you the king's mercy. Instead of execution, you may be transported to His Majesty's colonies in North America.
Not to die, my lord?
And to serve not less than 14 years as an indentured slave, to be sold at auction to the highest bidder. Slavery in the colonies, or the gallows here? Speak up, girl. Which is it to be?
Slavery, my lord.
There you go. She chose slavery. So she had a choice, as you saw, to either be put to death, to be unalived on her homeland, to carry out her prison sentence righteously, or to flee and become a slave in a land that is not hers. Her, being who she is, decided to take the easy way out, or what she thought is the easy way out, by becoming a slave in a foreign territory in the colonies. Okay? So, I mean, hey, there you go. Once again, like Yaya said, these are your slaves. They're the ones that came over on the belly of a ship, sold at the auction to the highest bidder. We've been here. We are the American Indians. We are the descendants of the ancient mound builders. Okay? So don't let anybody tell you who you are and who you're not. All right? You do your own research. Do your own family genealogy. Do your own family research. Ask your elders, where we come from. If you guys don't have any family in Africa, no ties to Africa, stop calling yourself an African. I mean, it's just common sense, right? But anyway, it's Chief Steve signing off. I definitely have more. I'm going to be doing more of these. Be sure to like this video, comment your thoughts on it, share this information, as it's really important. And if you're new, and you're seeing this for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. But like I said, I got more coming. We're going to be doing a little more reaction to these kind of videos and interesting things that everybody's been dropping on here, because we have a very intelligent American Indian community and very resourceful community, and they're dropping gems every day, so yeah, shout out to you guys. I'm going to be reacting to some more videos, so stay tuned for that, along with bringing more true story out of the archives. All right. Once again, Chief Steve signing off. Tata Kista, I cherish y'all, and Yokoki. Thank you. See y'all next time.